You know, the recent bankruptcies of U.S. automakers, General Motors and Chrysler, leaving one very important detail in question: you, the consumer. Well, there's a bill that's making its way through Congress right now that would give car owners greater choice in maintenance and repairs. They wouldn't necessarily have to go to the dealer or dealer-approved repair shops. It's called the Right to Repair Act. Joining me now to explain it is former Georgia Congressman Bob Barr. Mr. Barr and former Green Party candidate Ralph Nader, there's an odd couple, are backing the bill together. Congressman, always great to see you. All right, explain to me why this bill is necessary.
This bill is necessary because consumers, when they purchase a car, ought to be able to take that car, which they then own. They ought to be able to take that car to whatever repair shop they wish, but they can't now for most late model cars because the car manufacturer retains certain information that they will not release to independent car repair shops that would enable them to repair the car. So consumers of late model cars are locked in to only being able to take their cars to those repair shops that are maintained by the dealers at the dealers, adding considerably to the cost up to 34% by some estimates. And now with many of Chrysler and GM dealers being shut down, the options for car owners are severely limited, in addition to being very costly.
Yeah, I'd love to see my repair bill go down 34%. That was according to the Lang research study. But look, backers of this bill are claiming that this is a win for small businesses. And that's true, but it's only partially true, because, Congressman, won't this hurt financially thousands of franchise dealers that have service departments, and many of the dealers are small businesses too? They're going to lose that business.
The first and foremost reason why this is necessary is because, again, the fair market, the free market out there ought to dictate that when you buy a car, the car manufacturer ought not to be able to retain a key that they, that only enables them and those that they choose to be able to sort of open up your computers and repair your car. Similar to a computer, you buy a computer and you ought to be able to use it however you wish. The manufacturer shouldn't be able, after you buy it, to say, well, you can do this, but you've got to get our permission to do something else. Plus the fact it's really small businesses across the board that are being hurt right now, and by being able to spread the income from repairs for late model cars more evenly across small businesses, it will help.
But will you admit that you're going to be hurting financially thousands of dealers that have service departments?
Well, I think those dealers are being hurt a lot more by what the government is forcing on the car manufacturers themselves. Yeah. This really is unlikely to severely hurt the car companies.
Those ones that will remain, that aren't being closed, and they have service departments, and these are mom-and-pop operations. You know, a lot of them are. They're individually owned dealers. They're going to lose a lot of business.
I don't think that they are. Industry figures indicate that simply because a lot of people, if they have the option to take their car to an independent dealer, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will. But here again, it's basic fairness and basic free market economics that indicate that you ought to be able to take a product that you own to wherever you wish to get it repaired.
Yeah, and listen, by challenging you, I'm not suggesting that this is a bad bill or a bad idea. It sounds like a great idea for the most part, but there's nobody on the other side. Automakers have lobbied really hard to prevent similar, if not identical, bills in the past. Is the political landscape now different so that the outcome will be different?
Both the political and certainly the economic landscape right now are very different, and we believe that this gives the right to repair legislation, which has been introduced recently in the Congress by Democrats, but with Republican support, a much higher likelihood of making it successfully through both houses of Congress, because it is so pro-consumer and pro-small business.
Well, if it passes, it'll expand consumer choice, it'll increase competition, and lower the costs for consumers all across America. I just feel kind of badly for the dealers. But Bob Barr, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure always.